Codex. Kiddo? There's a Codex. How about the Git one? Git branch. Yeah, I guess main is upstream and master is mine. Yeah, master is definitely mine because that's my stuff. I've got out of what is this? Why always so low? Yeah, Michael is working hard. Wait a minute, 2025? What the hell? Oh, I think I know what's going on. I should not have done all. So confusing. There is master. Okay, yeah, main is upstream. Well, not really. That is GitHub is my thing. But yeah, well, in the end it is upstream, and then I merge into that CWA unified exec delay test. Well, that test is not super necessary, I suppose. But it is a master. Hide agent reasoning. Okay, and the exec socket tab. 3 branches. Step 1, bring main up to date with upstream. Status is empty. Switch to main. Git remote -v. There's an up origin upstream. I think if I just do git pull, it might not, probably not pulling from it. It's not pulling from it. It's pulling from here. How can I pull from origin? Oh, I don't know if it works. Origin main or something. Yeah, it works. That is 14.2. That's today, I think. So, yeah. And I can do a push, I think, to bring my own Git repository up to date with this. So that is main. Yeah, that went to my GitHub. Now we have to merge those branches into it. Should not be anything else in main. In master than those 3 branches. So it should just reset the master to main, I think, and then merge them in again. It's the easiest. Okay, how do I reset master to current main? I think branch -F or something. There's minus F here. Minus F. Yeah, just minus F branch name start point. So try to find that anyway. Here's again branch name start point. Force reset branch to start point. Even if branch name exists already. With a minus F get branch refuses to change an existing branch in combination with minus D or delete blah 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 blah. Okay, so that's what I want. And I am on main, so that should be no problem. Git branch minus F change master to, I'm going to say head, just in case it is the other way around. Well, then it would reset main to master. That wouldn't be a disaster either. The head should work. So now we do a git k. We see that, yep, main and master are the same, and it's 14th of February. And then we have to merge. I think that was the first one we merged. Loads of conflicting stuff. That's annoying. Yeah, what? Only this. I always like to know why we get a collision. You would expect something around it, or I mean, show me the diff then. Let's look at the diff of that branch. It is not possible. Well, I'm in the middle of a merge now. But okay, I could probably still do that. Git show. And it shows the last commit, and that hopefully the only commit of this branch. Yeah, this was added. It was added there for alphabetic reasons. Okay, so go back to the problem point. So I added this. Just added this. What is then this doing? Then I would say they removed it. No, but it's just it existed, and I added something, but now this one is gone. That's how it looks like. So I would say this was gone, and then this was added by me. Looks good to me. Hit add. And there was another conflict. Git status. This one. Bright red. That's a quite big one. Immensely big. Everything basically. What the? This whole file has been reduced to just a few pub use stuff. This means that we have to edit a different file, I suppose. Not this file anyway. So remove this. And that was everything. Show up because there was no changes left. Yeah, so there was a librs. What changes did we have there? Git show librs. Yeah, I could have jumped to the end of the file, of course, but I didn't know it was that much. What is this? We need to look for the lib.rs. Oh, that's absolutely nothing. I added an simply a wait or a sleep, and then the sleep is commented out. Still, I want to add back. And this was added to before. I need multiple mouse buffers. I want to copy this, and I want to copy that one as well without losing this, which is extremely annoying. Oh, the space is here. You have been promoted to clipboard. This must be added somewhere. Well, I don't know. Spawn P2Y process. I find that function, and then there's a wait exit status stored to standard sync atomic ordering sequential consistence. Can I find that back? Wait exit status. Okay. Wait exit status is written true. Then we have to add that in front of it. The most important thing is to find that back. Well, it ain't gonna be easy, I think. It should be one of these. Yeah, which I lost, of course. One of these things. Yeah, the bottom one. How can I find back the file where this is defined? Oh, that's now going to be PTY spawn process. Maybe. Or not. Is this defining this or that? think this is new. So this is the existing one. I have to find that. PTY mod PTY is probably loading it here as a module, PTY module. You know, I'm gonna gamble because I think this thing is probably very big. I'm going to gamble that 1, it sits in Codex RS, and 2, it sits in a directory that is called PTY. Just a guess, but let's see if it exists. Utils PTY. Well, that could be it. Process.org. PTY. Crap. Spawn process.rs. I think I found it. That is PTY RS indeed. That is spawn process. This should be the function. And then somewhere in here we would have a store. Wait exit status store. Yeah, that looks very much like what I saw. So now copy this again. Copy. Paste. So, and if not, it's commented out anyway. Okay, I did it right, and now nothing happens, or rather, my cursor disappears. Oh, there it is. It just took forever. Now, div git add PTY source utils, just add this file. Still merging, so just do git commit. Merging conflicts are solved. So now the state is that we have a div here. See, that's annoying. This removes stuff now. And this looks like it adds that this whole file has been added. No! Damn it, is it a generated file or something? Shit. Not good. No, it said modified. What? Huh? This is still here in main? What? What the hell? What the hell is already on main? Oh no, I applied it to main to begin with. That was also not very smart. Okay, let's start over. Reset main to what it should be. Which is, I did push that even, right? Why? Emotes origin main. So git branch. Master is there, okay. Master did not change. I should switch. Should have switched to master for obvious reasons. Actually, since it doesn't merge, I probably want to start with a rebase of the other thing. So this one. Let's switch here. Your branch and GitHub main has. Oh yeah, that's true. Let's go. Let's fix that first because I think I pushed it. Branch is up to date with GitHub main. What was about this one? I don't know. Git rebase interactive on top of master. Might as well have done a cherry pick, but I think this is the correct way. No, yeah, not a cherry pick. I guess the rebase is what we want. Now we have the same conflicts as before, so I should be able to solve that quickly. Still think this has to be removed, because, well, this is upstream, and I know that I want to add that one. So yeah, that's what you will do. And now I'm scared to add the other file or the change to the other file. Not sure if that works. Shouldn't that just work? I think yeah, kind of should work. Let's just do that. BTY. Yeah, these are my tests, and this is just one line. No, looks good to me. Yeah, it's just one line. This whole block is actually in this file, which is the added test. Looks good. Then separately, I'll just move this one, rebase this one as well. I don't think it depends on that one, so I can do that independently. So do a rebase, interactive. Okay, also one commit. Conflict. What's with all the red stuff? No, okay, there's a collision here, but I always think it's extremely hard to fix if I don't know what the real change was. So let's change, so look at that. Basically we need a head, but then with our change, if possible. So what was that changed? You can't see that because this is something else with our change. Stupid. Just open the tab here again and then look at show okay, so this used to be if not full reasoning buffer is empty, and now it is not full reasoning buffer empty and this. So whatever the test is, that got put in front of it. Yeah, that's exactly what it is doing here. So they changed what is done inside the block, not this line. So this line here is still self full reasoning buffer is empty. Self full reasoning buffer is empty. And then assuming that thing still exists, hopefully. I need these 3 lines and then continue with that. So we want to keep this, but use these 3 lines instead of that one. And then this is old. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, for sure. I already checked that, but that was the only change. Yeah. Add. And that was the only conflict. So now we can do get rebase continue. And then the big one, I'm afraid, is this one. I might give a lot of conflicts. Get switch. Get rebase minus I master. If you don't type the master, it uses upstream. It's a common ancestor, which is probably master. I mean, what is upstream? In unpronounceable name 8779. Rebase. I'm just thinking. I think this will work as well. Upstream is probably just my own GitHub, which is already updated. So I think it's doing something like if you have a branch, like say this vertical line here is the Git history, and then we are now on a branch that is a branch from somewhere in the past. And master used to be here, but is now here. But then the common ancestor, if master is my upstream, and it, by the way, master and main are the same, so it doesn't even matter what upstream is. Then the common ancestor is that point where that branch is connected. So this is the common ancestor. So we get a rebase then relative from the current branch here to the common ancestor, which is then a few commits, maybe 2, 3, I don't know. But apparently I was wrong. It's not upstream. It's whatever is the tracking branch, which is not specified. Okay, whatever. Then we have to specify it. And it's 4 patches. Yeah, well, just try it and then get a billion conflicts. Yeah. I'm feeling dread. So this is dread. So I start at the bottom or at the top? Let's start at the top, because if I fail here, then I no need to do the documentation. And there's loads of them in one file as well. Oh my god, this is so horrible. Oh, but wait, I was smart. I put everything that was changed as part of this commit between markers. That makes the work 100 times easier. Although still not super easy. For example, here we see that I just added these two things. Probably because we need them. So hopefully they still exist, otherwise we get a real problem. Well, then I'll just ask Codex to help me again. This is Rust. I don't know Rust, so... Yeah, why were they added here? Does it matter? I don't think so. I think they moved stuff around. So instead of this, we now have that. Yeah. So this is gone. And then maybe that, because this starts with exec, this and this also. I put it there. I don't know. Let's do that just for fun. So this one, you have to add these, and I want to add it actually there then, so like this. And then we keep everything. Now here as well, it looks like there is something was simply added. And they added something as well. So we have to keep everything. And I can just add it at the bottom, why not? But they added it at the bottom. So maybe I should not have added it at the bottom, then we would not have had a collision. Maybe we should move it a bit up to avoid future collisions. So they added 3 new things. Oh, what was it? Oh, well. They added 3 new things. So what about I just add my stuff in front of that. Then if they add more stuff here, then that won't collide anymore. Music. Oh, that's horrible. And here, pop up a new function. Well, it looks like the same thing. They added something to the bottom. So maybe I should take my business up and add it above wherever they started to add stuff. So it used to be here, my stuff. And then this was added. Then do it again, a comma separated list of stuff. So yeah, that looks like an initializer list. So I should keep the same order. But so far I have always put my stuff above their stuff. So hopefully this order is correct. Can have a look though. This is now between sub ID and JS reply. Yeah, indeed, it's in front of JS reply. That's good. Should be good. Next one. Here I added an exec, also copy, comma separated stuff. There's again a JS reply here, so it should be before this one. But there's a truncation policy here. There's also truncation policy here. So I added it below the translation policy. And it must be before the JS reply. And here another comma separated list. Exit output socket was added, but where? Well, that's the only thing mentioned, so I'll just move it up again. What is a comma doing here? Or that's, you can just end with a comma, I think. Mine also ended with a comma. Okay. And here there was again something added, namely this, and well, let's do the same thing. I just move it up before the JS reply that they add, upstream add. And here we added this after the truncation policy again. So that must now go here, I suppose. Oh, the truncation policy is lower than the JS reply. I'll just add it here then. I don't know. If we get compiler errors, then at least I know that what is wrong, probably. Parent truncation. That is the parent truncation. Yeah, I think it looks like they have the order wrong here. Or do you think that Rust doesn't care about order? In that case, we are also okay. I'm gonna add it here anyway. They can reorder stuff. I don't care. Still, everything ends on a comma. Let was added. Well, the order here does absolutely not matter, I guess. But yeah, well, why not? Let's add it above here, anyways. I don't see many other empty lines. That was just added. it was space separated. No, yeah. So this merging is way easier because I can see what they changed. And I can see what I changed. Because my changes are marked. So I know they added this because there is nothing here that is not between these markers. So if what their patch, with respect to their patch, it was empty and here is a line, so it was added. And with respect to my patch, of course it was empty here. Well, not of course, but usually it's just something added. If I commented between the Access Soccer tab like that, it was just added. So it's not here and it is there. So they add something, I add something, and then you have to combine it. That's super easy, basically, yeah. Except that sometimes the order is important, and I decided to put my stuff above their stuff, always. And then that order should be automatically be okay. That was all. Oh. Probably one of the bigger file changes anyway. This one. My syntax highlighter does not like the 3 slashes penalty. Okay, so they changed this comment into that comment. And then I added this. So I remove what I added, and then I'll add it in their part, and then we keep their part. And here I added this, and they changed the review model lines. So I just added this. Yeah, no, I'm not sure. I want to add this. I don't want to make a change to existing code below it, including the white lines. Let's look at that again. They added a white line here, so I should keep that, of course. Just delete everything, insert it, delete the markers. Oh. This was purely added, and we put it in front of it. Man, it's so easy. An AI could have done it. Except then I would have wasted a lot more time to check if it did it correctly. Yes. Next is mod to merging conflict. Multiple in every file. Why? Service social. Oh, that's a big one. It was all removed or something. Execute user shell command. Stuffs. Here's my socket top stuff. Okay, so it has to be moved inside whatever is being called there. Loads of exact socket tab changes here. Code that does no longer exist, basically. So you have to apply that to hopefully this, and the question is, where is that defined? Well, if they just copied it more or less, then maybe this comment still exists. No, let's try that. Code duplication, the assholes. How do they manage to do that? It's the worst thing you can do, code duplication. I think this target stuff is something we can ignore, though. So it's probably just a twofold code duplication. But yeah, now I have to figure out which is which, or do I have to change both of them? Ridiculous. Oh, wait a minute. This is where it failed. Okay, that's a good thing. Maybe that will go. Good. There was no code duplication. They probably just moved it. Yes. Okay. So this is being called instead execute user shell. So not the same file. It is the same file. Okay, so the whole thing was moved down. Yeah, this is what is deleted. Right. Thus, exec socket tab starts here, ends there. And that is added after, well, before parsing the command, I suppose. Shall I delete it? Shall I just copy it? I think I'll delete it to know what I'm just going to move it. Delete, and then it must be put in front of this. Down here. There it goes. And we lost an indentation. Excellent. Feel that this is going to work. Okay, the next one is exec. Here, exec socket top. But it has a comment. The previous one did not have a comment, did it? Line 172. No. Okay. This says log exec command heading into exec n for socket tab visibility. Oh, log exec command heading. Yeah, normally a comment was like if it is more than just being added, but it looks like this is just being added, or am I wrong? I think it's just being added. Yeah, okay. Delete this. Put it in front of the exec inf, I suppose. Sandbox policy full danger, and then exec inf. There we are. So it goes here. Yes. And then we go to the next socket tab. Is that socket tab? Yeah, this one. Forward exec socket output, and that is done. Before send event and after a record conversation items. Nobody gets it. Let's search for this. Now after that we get a send event with an exec command end. Yeah. Or not. Oh boy. Oh, this is the same thing. Uh-oh. Undo. Okay. I don't know where to add that. It's part of match exec result. Did I not have this before? You call execute exec_inf stuff, call it match exec result. And then we have an cancel. We do stuff. Cancel still the first thing. Cancel is still the first thing. Yeah, our board message, exec outputs, output items. Nope, exec output, and then we do something else. Persistent user shell output is being called. And then it continues with the send event. Here's also a send event though. See, I have a call ID, I think. Or not. Well, no, call ID is also exec socket specific. Oh, it's just a boarded message, I think. So a boarded message is set here, and then just send it. Then just send right in front of the session.send event. I think I can do that. Boarded message, send event. But on the other hand, what will add it to this? That sounds like, hey, you have outputs. They don't pass aborted message though. So what is this doing? Is it also added somewhere at the bottom? Yep, here. Both is user commands and the long term. I think the trick here is calling record conversation items. And from the name you can conclude that they want to keep the output of a user shell command. I don't know. I think I'm putting it front of it. On OK, we do this. Forward full aggregated output to the exact socket before recording events. Okay, output. Yeah, this one is still here. Oh, I didn't go up far enough. We are here, okay. Send event, okay. Here's something else. Call ID is being passed, or should be passed. Rather, we are passing call ID instead of call ID clone. Let's look for this thing here. Why is there still a call ID clone here? So unclear. Call ID clone, and then just call ID. And there's a process ID in the middle. And here there is no call ID at all. Process ID, nothing. Well, I guess we don't use it then. But the feeling this is not going to compile or work. Damn it. Turn ID. I don't know Rust, so I have no idea what those clone things do. Just abracadabra. No idea. Maybe I learned it shortly while I was making these changes, but now I forgot it again. There's still a turn ID here. It was just removed. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Next. Aggregate output. Reuse aggregate output captured for socket forwarding. Nobody unsends comment. Aggregated output. Before exit code. Here's aggregated output. So I think here we have to do basically the same thing, namely remove the aggregated output text clone. Error. Also before the send event. Output, at least I left that alone. And then again, you have to pass aggregated output before the exit code. That was the last one. Let's make 100% sure. Exit socket top. Oh. this is approval. Seems like the same line really. Although, yeah, it does it better. So I'll just do that. Suppose. Okay, and then there is more. Was that there? Hello. Fixing collisions over Git merge of Codex. They added a .map. Can I safely add my stuff after that .map or not? I really don't want to do this. It's just boring, difficult. And it's Rust, so no. No! I don't need an IDE, or I already have it. Where is the next collision? Oh, yeah. They removed a load of stuff here. It doesn't feel nice. I'm afraid that there's so much changed, which and I don't understand any of it. Yeah, it's extremely unlikely that the socket exec dep stuff still works. Calling manager exec command with commands. So we have a CMD and we print it. And where does the CMD come from then? There's no CMD. There's a CMD here. Okay, the exit socket tab adds a CMD here, and then we do stuff with it, I suppose, or not? Or it just keeps the command around, so we can print it. And then it prints that before it is being executed. So I think that's the trick here, right? You can just keep it before the manager call here. But, well, yeah, well, if you put it that way, then I suppose this can be kept. I completely forgot how to recompile this, though. I don't know Rust, man. I'm just suffering here that I have to edit Rust. Codex Unified Exec. This is the next one. An exact socket path has been added here. And I removed approval and sandbox and added permissions. I would think that then the permissions is basically those two or whatever. So the it's added in front of it. And what did I say? Added in front of it. So yeah, we can continue with that. Put it in front of permissions. Oh, what did I do? Oh, I think I just switched up accidentally. Exact socket tab is being added here, and I added also something. So let's put it in front of it. And here, about same thing, right? This is before approval, now it's before permissions. And that was the last one again, git add. Well, not the last one, the next is documentation. They added, apparently, I think they added it. Why is this block so big? Totally bad. They deleted everything. It's just gone. Now here's what I added. So I added very little, but cannot be applied because they moved all of this somewhere else. So you have to find back where this is going. Copy. That's the end of the file. Thought there was another one. I'm doing it again. This is also inside that block. Yep, two of them. find in what is this? MD. Docs. There's no docs here. I'm already in docs. They moved it to config. Not really. That's the old file. That's already config. So it is just gone. There is no more documentation about this. Can try another one. Codex network disabled. Nope, gone. No more documentation. Okay, well, I don't need the documentation anyway, so that's just I can just keep my stuff. They can delete everything. I don't want my stuff to be deleted. Copy that. Put that here. Config reference. Yeah, they removed it from here. They put it on the website. Might be a different Git repository altogether then. I'll just kill this, no more documentation. On the other hand, I wanted to keep it, so let's keep everything. No. Is this déjà vu? Very confused. Looks like I forgot to delete this. I have no clue. Can I start over? What for this file? Because help. Definitely sucks. the same thing all over again. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, Okay, I get it. Yeah, this is not good. All those patches just fail, and I did not add them. Shit. It's a mess. Boah. Swoop file? Ignoring swoop file. Hij is al open. Window. I guess I did. Or not. Yeah. Okay, let's go with the old one. I put it somewhere else, I think. Let's make a new directory. think I will run this as root. Let's think. Projects. It's a symlink. Damn it! It's not in. It's not in here even. Right. Source. No complaints about needing root. Interesting. And then we have root. Oh, a new way to hack root. Just use a Borg. Write some exploit. Wait a day so it is backed up, and then run as an on-root bork extract, and then your exploit has been owned by root suddenly. Hey, I'm not sure if they also have the set user ID bit still set on it. Jesus. Well, probably not. Permission denied. Oh no, you have to become a root to do something with it. Sudo change owner Carl cursively. No, but you could override stuff at the very least. Yeah, well, maybe not. Anyway, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous that I can run bork as non-root. Okay. That's why. Bork is an alias for something that starts with sudo. Problem solved. Because I'm in the sudo group, so that's why I could run it like that. Now, anyways, select user source project GitHub Codex git branch. Also good enough. As soon as the thing beeps, which in 10 seconds, I'm going to watch a movie. So, yeah. Well, the 10 seconds have passed. I must have been mistaken. Anyway. Old version is there. the most horrible file here that it was this one, right? So VI. Then there was a new thingy called execute user shell. Definitely want to have that one right. So if we go here, edit the same file. Maybe I should just look at a diff or something. Probably easier. Diff ignoring white space. Well, let's say ignoring white space because it is the indentation changed. Let's say from here to what I want. From here, what am I doing here? Yeah, I want to go back here. No, I don't want to go back here. I want to go back. What is this? Why am I here? Symlink is quite annoying. Now it beeps. You think I have time to watch a movie or eat? At this point. Yeah, okay, div uw and then the file. This one. And then again that one, but in the picked up thingy. I don't think that worked. Or did it? That did not work. Okay. Yeah, I don't want my pizza to get cold, so I'm going to